I believe that New Indigo Nation is where we've arrived with other individuals who have done the work. So
that's a blessing.
Not to make this about the nation, but to make this more about how we show up and require the standard of what work we've done. I want to ask you, like, how does that look for you when you're using your discernment? Because we've been talking about that recently in our room. What is discernment, and how do you use discernment to navigate sustaining this version of yourself that is becoming the greatest version of yourself? How does discernment, what is that for you?
That is a big old question. Look, it's so big, I threw the pain on it. I think the discernment has been a journey in itself. I think my discernment has strengthened because of the pain that I've experienced
Very
with
much so.
connection.
Yeah.
So I think discernment is. I actually feel like I want to look this word up.
I would love that. We do that. This is what we do. We like to look up definition.
Yeah, I should have looked up some other Johns before. I think and I still can, to be honest.
Right, and I still can.
Let's see. Let's look.
Yeah, man, because discernment. My teacher told me a long time ago that I had that gift, and I've been mindful of that ever since they said that. I didn't know what that word even was until I had looked it up as well back then, and I'm like, oh, well, I do have this, and I didn't believe in it as much because it almost seemed like damn near a future teller or a mind reader or something. So I was like, oh, this seems like a lot. Like this seems like more than what I possess. But now I've been growing and I've known that is true.
Then we about to find. Okay, so we're gonna go through our word map of this episode. So, honest. The definition of this means free of deceit and untruthfulness.
Okay.
Sincere. Then we have vulnerability, the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Now that is interesting. The possibility. And let's go a little deeper than that.
We did highlight that, like that's a potential outcome.
Right. Then I said it's interesting that that's in the definition. And then discernment is the ability to judge well.
Very much so.
Yeah. So it's like I definitely think that my journey has been accepting judgment and reframing it, because I think the way that I had my mindset, like, no, you don't judge, like, don't judge others. And I still think that is something pertaining to the ability of someone's character. Like I'm not going to make assumptions based off of what I see. Like, it's almost like one of the sayings, like, don't judge a book by its cover. It's like, I didn't read it. If I didn't take the time to understand you, if I didn't take the time to actually, like, sit with a quality moment for us to be able to, like, really, receive each other, then it's like, how can I make a judgment about, or a judgment call about someone's
am I spelling discernment right?
O-D-S-C-E-R.
Because my one of my emails had discernment in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm spelling this right.
Yes.
Okay.
You're on a good roll.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do it's an aura. Aura. Aura and then myth. M-E-N-T. But yeah, I think my discernment has strengthened, like, the ability to judge, because I was able to experience some things that were unfavorable, some connections that I no longer serving who I currently am, who I'm evolving into, and was able to see clearly certain values, so I guess certain morals that I don't really align with. One of those things I think we already talked about is, like, I think, how would I put it? I'm gonna find the best word. I guess going back to what we already stated, it's just not being able to receive truth.
Yeah.
Like, and I think if I'm sharing something with you, if you have an understanding of my heart, then you know that I'm sharing this truth for the ability to step into the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And it can be maybe a truth to protect you, or a truth to nurture yourself more. It's like I'm already being mindful of how I'm saying it, like the tone.
Right.
Like,
I love that. I came in mindful of that.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm already leading with grace. I'm already coming in with the level of consideration and compassion towards, like, someone else's energy, but I also want to be mindful of living in my truth. And it's like I can't feel like I'm lying to someone, especially if I really love you, if I really care for you. I think I'm going to naturally want to share truth. So it's like someone that's not able to receive my truth and kind of, like, deflect it, weaponize your own vulnerability, or try to use you, like, try to flip it and reverse it. I think kind of tells me a lot more about where they are in themselves to receive truth. And that alone, like, because I know I don't have no hidden intentions with what I'm sharing within the truth, it kind of exposes themselves. Like, okay, well, you're not able to receive that truth right now, then we have to part ways until we're able to address some of those things. That may be in, some of the shadow work. Shadow work essentially can just be identified as something that you're working on, within. So I think I'm kind of just accepting that having that ability to judge well is based off the things that I know are not aligned for me, which could simply be like living in an illusionary state.
Yeah, man, because I love the way you said that, because a lot of what judgment has been given a negative connotation is around what the state or what the state says is valuable, redeemable, reformable. Like, just the quality of your humanity is generally judged by the state,
Right.
and your humanity is given to you and predisposed within you by God. If that's where your belief system is at, you know what I mean? Like, if you believe in a higher power, God, Allah, the universe, you know what I mean, Jah, like, that's where the judgment or the sense of one's worth and ability to show up consistently in truth for themselves, that's preordained.
Right.
What we do in society is we give that validation or that credibility to the state. Right, and because we've been indoctrinated with Westernized, patriarchal, white supremacist Christianity, wow, that's always such a layered complexity, right? We don't listen to Jesus when Jesus say that the temple is within, the God is within. Like, he telling you, you don't got to go to the state to get your blessings.
Right, you need to reframe your state of mind.
You feel me?
Like, your body.
Ask questions. Question the state. Question the whole damn thing. But the way we Christianize, or the way we've been Christianized, is the way that Paul in the Bible, right? It deals with a lot of giving that power to the state, allowing the state to judge you and value you and create consequence and, give you freedom and life or death, essentially. We live in a society that regards the state as more credible and valid than your own self-governance. You don't have self-governance anymore. You've given your governance of self to the state. So when you don't know how to take care of your kids, we're going to come get them. You don't know how to pay your taxes, we're going to take your property. When you don't know how to show up for the societal rights and privileges we've given you, we'll take your freedom. Right? We determine what's the quality of these things. You just abide. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just really appreciate you talking about discernment, because that's where a lot of my gift is rooted in, is getting to the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if the truth is, I'm not here to judge it. I'm not here to judge the truth. So if the truth is, you created this system to manipulate people, I'm just acknowledging what it's for. Right? I'm not here to act. I'm not here to do nothing other than say, oh, that system's for manipulating people.
Right.
I'm not here to do nothing else.
Calling out the truth.
Just calling it out. I ain't here to, and
what you do with it.
So to give this like to ground this message, I've been called to liberate people's minds. That is what my work has been called to do, whether it's still growing, right? To affirm people who are in that messy stage of their journey and give them the tools and team them up with the right people who can help them build something sustainable that they can believe in and be honest and show up truthfully in. Whether that's Newports of News, just humanizing people's images and using creativity to educate and entertain and teach people how to monetize their gift. Or even if that's just me as an artist, as a person showing up saying like, okay, this is who I would like to nurture. This is who I'd like to become. And these are the things that I need to be honest with myself about in order to, start paving that way.
Right.
So I want to end by asking, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about yourself, or anything that we mentioned?